Hi guys, happy New Year, happy 2023. So this is my first video of the year and I really wanted to just answer some questions that I get. So I get a lot of questions about like my schedule, my routine, how I manage things. So today I did write a blog post sort of covering some of the things that I do to sort of get my day started with intention, because for me, I plan everything. Everything in my life is planned. I have a schedule. I have two calendars. I have two, I use things and I use Todoist. My assistant works off Todoist. I work off both. I have a list and a plan for everything. And I think I'll share some of how I plan sort of content, business, projects a little later on. But really today was just about like what my morning routine is, because I know and I notice that when I am off of my morning routine, that I am less focused, I have less intention. I will feel like I'm not sure what's supposed to happen next, and I'm just sort of off. And when I do my routine, I'm like clockwork, like everything sort of works easily. My day goes by smoother. I can avoid certain stresses and anxieties. So my routine for me is really important. So I did shoot a little video of some of the things that I do in the morning. So I was just gonna sort of walk you through what those are. I am a slow riser, meaning I don't have any problem getting up early, right? When the kids are in school, my son is in school, you know, the hubby and I are usually up at 5:30 in the morning. I have no problem with getting up early. What I do have a problem with is rolling my ass out of the bed at 5:30. So I always do things in my routine that make me happy. And so I'll explain that. When you start to do something, and I don't do New Year's resolutions. I don't believe in them. I believe that if you can't start something on any day of the week, on any month of the year, then you just don't really want to do it. That's the bottom line, right? I have an episode on my podcast where I talk about motivation versus discipline. And the first of the year seems to be like this phantom motivation that people feel like, oh, it's the first of the year, I'm going to really do it now. But if you didn't have the discipline to do it before, you're really not going to do it. I mean, that's just real talk. So I don't do resolutions. I focus on routine. I focus on discipline, because that at the end of the day is going to get you to do things that you don't want to do, but you have to do. And it'll get you through those moments where you're sort of tired and you don't feel like doing it, but you know that you're disciplined enough to get the work done, or get the workout done, or get the meal plan done, or whatever it is that you're trying to focus on. So for me, my routine is key. But because of that, right, I think that a lot of times when you set routines for yourself or you set a plan in action, you forget to allow yourself the things that you need, the things that you enjoy, the things that you like. And if you start to eliminate all of those things from your life because you're trying to start this new routine, this new lifestyle, this new whatever, you're going to get burned really fast. You're going to be like, I'm missing out on this, that, and the other thing. So I don't do any of that. What I do is I allow myself the things that I know are going to help me get through that day, get my morning started the way that I like, and make it enjoyable to me. So I don't get up at 5:30 and just jump out of the bed. No. I wake up at 5:30 in the morning and I will lay myself in the bed and have my coffee in bed, because that's how I like to have it. And I will sit there for a cool 30, sometimes 40 minutes. I might watch some bad TV to sort of wake up my body and just get me going. And then I get out of the bed, and then I make the bed, and then I sort of go through my morning routine. I personally know that if I try getting out of the bed as soon as I wake up at 5 o'clock, I'm just gonna be grumpy. And we don't need grumpy in our lives, okay? So those are like small examples of things that you should include in your routine if you want to make it something that you're going to do for your life, as opposed to something you're just going to do for a week or two and then stop. So for me, I like my coffee in bed. I need a cool 30, 40 minutes to sort of rev up. Plus, I'm 46, y'all. This body, when I wake up in the morning, it needs warm up time, okay? It's like your car. You need to turn your car on. You got an old car, you turn it on. You need to let it warm up before you just start hopping out of bed. So your girl needs that time, that warm up. Then, I go in, I brush my teeth, I do all of that stuff. And once I feel awake, then I go and I meditate. So that's really important for me, right? Because meditating and listening to my affirmations, my guided affirmations, really help to start my day in a positive way, in a way that I feel encouraged and empowered, and I am reminded of what my focus and my intention for my life is. And so I use apps that have guided meditations and affirmations, and I spend 6, 7, sometimes 10 minutes in the morning listening to my affirmations. I change into my workout clothes before I do that because I know that I'm going to work out after I listen to my affirmations. So I will get up, get dressed, I will put on my workout clothes, I will turn on my affirmations, put my headphones in, and I will just breathe and meditate for, like I said, sometimes it's 6 minutes, sometimes it's up to 15 minutes. It really depends on how much time I have that morning before like my first call, my first meeting. And that really does help me, right? It sort of gets me, like I said, in a really good and pleasant mood. And it encourages me to do that workout, which I do not enjoy doing. I don't like working out. I wish sometimes that I was one of those people that love working out and love going to the gym. That's not me. I do it because I want to be healthy and I want to be fit. And sometimes, when you start aging, like at 46 years old, I start to feel changes in my body. My joints start to get a little achy when I'm not working out or taking care of myself. And I start to feel it. I start to feel it in my energy drops. And so because of those reasons, I want to make sure that I stay fit and healthy. And so that's one of the things that I have to do, but don't necessarily like to do. So I keep them short, 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes max, so that I don't feel like, I'm overextending myself and really making it something I hate doing. And then at the end of the 25, 30 minutes, usually I feel amazing, right? I have a lot more energy. I feel accomplished. I'm like, oh shit, I did it. So that really helps me, right? It sort of pushes my day in the way that I want it to go. Then after that, I shower, and then I do my skincare because, listen, I am all about some anti-aging something or another, okay? So I use my my products. I have my little skincare routine that I do. I can go into that in more depth in another video and sort of share with you guys what I have. I have a lot of skincare stuff, a lot. And I try things for a couple of months, and if I don't sort of see any change, or I just don't like the texture, or it leaves me too oily or whatever, I stop using it and I find something new. But I have some like tried and true products that I always keep in my bathroom. So I'll share those. And then after that, I go down into my kitchen, which is generally the first time that I make it downstairs. And I make myself breakfast, which is probably just gonna be oatmeal. I am not a big breakfast person. And I could go till like 12, 1 o'clock sometimes without eating, which is not good for me because my energy drops immediately. And so the only thing that I can manage to eat in the morning is oatmeal. I cannot have eggs in the morning. It grosses me out for some reason. I don't know. So I generally just have like a 1/4 cup of oatmeal and peanut butter. I love, love, love peanut butter. So that's one of the things that I allow myself to have. Plus I enjoy the protein. So it does give me protein, and I use natural, no sugar peanut butter. So, and then I mix that together, and that's just what I eat. And then after that, I do some journaling. So I just take a couple of minutes to sit and write into my journal. And really, I just write what my intention is, how I'm feeling, and what I'm grateful for. I always make a list of what I'm grateful for, even like small things. And then after that, it's time to open the computer and get to work. So like today, for example, I have to film some sew-alongs, so I'll be doing that. I got to work on some scheduling because I have some new content that I'm creating soon. So all of those things sort of help me. Doing my morning routine helps me to sort of have a clear path for what that day is. And it also gives me the ability to feel like I've accomplished something really early on. Because what happens is when you feel like you get up in the morning and you make your bed, that's an accomplishment. You've done something. It's off your to-do list. And so I consider all of those little things on my to-do list. And once I start checking things off, I want to keep checking them off. You know what I mean? So like the rest of my day is sort of like a game that I play with myself. Cool. Okay, this is on my to-do list. What's at the top of my to-do list? How many things can I get done today? And then when I need to break, I break. When I need to sit in front of the TV and just veg out for a minute, I do that. And then I find anyway that when I get up and I work out and then I eat, a healthy breakfast, it helps me to stay on track and maybe avoid the not so good food the rest of the day because I feel like, well, I don't want that workout to be for nothing. So it helps me to stay on track. And all of those little things that you do in your life, especially when it's a routine, it really does help you. And the more you do it, the more of a habit it becomes for you. And when you don't do it, you'll start to miss it. And I fell off track probably around November because I was traveling so much and it's hard to do it when I'm traveling, that I sort of just was like, forget it. I'll just, get back on track when I get home. But I feel it, you guys. Like when I get back home, I was just almost desperate to start my routine again because it does make a difference. And I know we don't all have, a lot of time in the morning. I have, the luxury of deciding when I start my day because I don't, if I don't want to have a meeting till 11, I just don't have one till 11. But a lot of times I will just get up earlier so that I have more time to enjoy my morning routine without feeling rushed. Because I don't do rushed in the morning. I can't do it. It makes me grumpy, like I said. And so if I need to wake up 30 minutes earlier so that I can go into my morning the way that I enjoy it, then that's what I'll do. So I just wanted to share some of the things that are really important to me and what really helps to keep me motivated and encouraged and disciplined and focused on what I want for my life, what I want to create for my life, for my family's life. And I find that it really does help. So if you guys found this interesting, you want me to talk more about my routine or things that I use, apps that I use, planners that I use, how I schedule, let me know in the comments. I'm happy to do it. I think it's something that will help everybody. So let me know. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Peace.